Welcome to Greenleaf Nursery. Today we hosted a series of growers and breeders from around the country, as well as customers coming in to talk and learn about the newest varieties that are being released by breeders and introduced through the Garden Debut and Bloom and Easy programs, and grown by Greenleaf Nursery and many of the affiliates associated with Bloom and Easy and Garden Debut. Garden Debut is a program managed by Greenleaf Nursery, and what it consists of is a network of growers who grow some of the best plants available on the marketplace right now. And what we try to focus on is new and improved varieties that will perform well in the landscape so that people can plant them and forget about them and not worry about having to constantly maintain the plants. Part of the selection process for Garden Debut plants, we do trial them in different locations. We have trial gardens around the country, along with cooperators. So when we do have new varieties of plant material, we send them out, have them grown under the typical conditions for those areas, and that allows us to find out where these plants will thrive and where we can really promote them as good plants for the landscape and for the customers overall.
We've got some of the breeders who are spread around the country all in one place showing their wares. Some of you just heard from Carl Whitcomb, who's one of the greats, and Carl and I are both in octogenarians now. Carl's 85 and I'm 80, and Carl and I talk frequently about new plants, why they're important, and we still believe in the future. If you're a plant breeder, you sort of base your future experiences on the past, and you really never live in the present. You're always looking to the future. And somebody could ask the question, why new plants? Well, new plants offer many things. Number one, customers want new, otherwise we wouldn't have new car models. Will still be driving around in a Pinto from about 1960, 69 or whatever. New plants add value added to a nursery. They always command a premium. The market today is different than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago when I worked in nurseries. It used to be all green meatballs pretty much. Anything green sold, but who cared? And the market's evolved, and I think the customer has evolved to where they want color. Pollinators have been very, very important in the last, I'd say, 5 to 10 years. If it doesn't have pollinator value, is it really worth even throwing out there? Because that'll sell it. They want something that's deer-proof. The time from breeding the plant to actually getting to market could be somewhere between, especially a woody plant, can be somewhere between 5 and 10 years. And you have to have belief in the future. You have to have patience. And if you're a private breeding company, our company is called Premier Introductions Incorporated, you better have private money in your pocket, because we live off royalties. If this plant goes to market, or a bee I just showed you goes to market, there'll be a royalty attached of 50 cents to $1. And our great hope is that the plant will sell more than 5. It might sell 50,000 or 100,000. And that's how we fund our operation, is by royalties. But that stream is way down the road from when you initiate any kind of breeding project.
I'm Mike Lindsay with Scapes Inc., design build landscape company, and I'm standing here with a tree that I found many years ago and was able to graft and patent this tree, and it's Lindsay Skyward Bald Cypress. It grows straight up, non-aggressive root system, no seed, so it's a very clean tree, and they stay naturally upright, just like you see here. The difference in this cypress and most cypress is it grows slender and tall. It's just a really clean tree for avenues. Sometimes we'll do varied groupings of these with boulders around them in a natural setting. There's a lot of different uses.
We became interested in redbuds, and Cindy found the Rising Sun redbud, and that kind of put us on a breeding adventure with new plants. So we've came up with a lot of redbuds since then. And the special one is Hearts of Fire. It's got red leaves all spring and summer. We bud about 40,000 redbuds a year. And a lot of new redbuds coming out in the future. A lot of dwarfs, dwarf weeping ones, different varieties.
Here you see some varieties of us that are in blooming easy from Van Bell, Canada. This one is a really special one. The thing is that this variety, as you can see, it keeps on making flowers. There's no variety that does it like this. Every time they make new buds. In our country, it's till the end of October, it starts to make new flowers. With other varieties, you don't see that. They might have a flower still, but they certainly make new flowers now. This is really unique. This is the Hydrangea quercifolia toy soldier. Quercifolia toy soldier, the leaves turn beautiful to red in autumn. You cannot see that now yet. It's branching very well for the quercifolia. Usually quercifolias are getting a little bit long and falling over. This is branching very well, and it's also a dwarf variety. I like it actually. There are so many quercifolias. Of course, it has beautiful flowers, as all quercifolias have, but it is a really nice, compact dwarf variety with a nice color in autumn and flowering freely. This is Dirvilla firefly. Dirvilla firefly, as you can see, still a little bit, but it's a little bit going towards autumn, so it gets a little bit less. But the color of the shoots are nice, getting towards to red, and the rest is kind of yellow. It has all kinds of colors, and especially in spring, the colors are even more amazing. In this kind of species, we also have other varieties coming with other kinds of leaves, very deep red, and also brownish. And so there will be more in this series of Dirvilla.
Orange bark special river birch was created from seed I collected near Oilton, Oklahoma, the westernmost native river birch in the country. What I was interested in was drought tolerance, toughness. That was in the spring of 1987. This one came to realization in 2020. So it took all those years, multiple generations, plant seeds, save the best ones, plant seeds, and do that over and over and over to get to that particular point. But in the late summer, when the top is producing more energy and the top isn't growing, the energy moves down the stem and the bark expands. When that bark expands, that's when you get the bright bark color. And this one, it's orange. And it stays orange all fall and winter. By February, it's dulled some, but it gives you a tremendous show of orange. Tough, drought tolerant. It's the most drought tolerant birch of the many that I worked with. That's a plus. Dense foliage, so you don't really see the stem much during the growing season, but when the leaves drop, that's when the party arrives. But fun tree. It's going to get big. It'll get 30, 40 feet, typical river birch. But yeah, it's one I'm excited about, yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.